All right, guys. So Lincoln, we got Lincoln MKX here. This procedure is to test the rain sensor. We got a code of B10ad, and that's a rain sensor bus signal message failure. So there's some kind of message that failed, or could be open ground, or it could be short to ground. We don't know. So we're gonna do a test on this. I got this pro demand step procedure how to do a test, and let's move on here. So this is the code I got, B10ad08 failure. So it's saying that may be caused by open in the rain sensor power or ground circuit, or an open LIN circuit. So it's one of those three wire. Okay, so move on to the first step. So G1 first step says here that with the DTC present, if you have this code, that's what we have. Let's move on to the G9. So let's go to G9, and this is a G9. So G9 basically voltage test. There's a 3-wire. This is the connector when you unplug the connector off the sensor. So it's a 3-wire connector. One is voltage. We're gonna do a test on the voltage to ground, and then if it's good, we'll do a test on the ground circuit, and if that one's good, we'll do a test on the signal sensor. And let's move on to the next step and see what we got. So let's G9. So let's do a test on that G9. Basically, we're gonna have to take out that cover. All right, we'll take out this cover. Just peel it off like that. There's a connector wire right here. Pull that off. That's it. This is the sensor. Here's the wire. Alright. You can see the pins right here. You can just probe that with a multimeter. So we're gonna connect our multimeter. Black leads to ground, and red leads to the wire. Multimeter set to 20 volts. Black leads to ground, and let's probe this wire. So I got 6.8 volts on that one. 6.8. So what that means that not enough juice coming out of there. It's supposed to be 12 volts. So we're gonna have to look at the junction block on the 45 fuse with 5 amp. We have to check that out. Let's see what we can get. All right, guys, we're back on the front here. We're gonna test the fuse 45 5 amps. So this is the fuse block. Okay, 45 is right there. That's this guy right here, 5 amps. We're gonna test that out. This is the circuit protector going into the rain sensor. This is where the power comes in. All right, so this is the wiring right here. You can tell I map out the power already. Run ACC relay right here. When that thing's on, it powers this wire. Here's the 45 fuse, 5 amps going in to our rain sensor. So I test this side right here, this connector. It was 6.5 volts. I don't know why. Now we're gonna be testing the fuse, see what kind of volts we can get. And it's weird how this is 6.5 and this should be a 6.5 ish. If it's not, it should be a battery volts 10 or 12 volts right here. So we're gonna test that out right now. Alright guys, we got the multimeter and voltage setting. Black leads to ground, so red positive. So if I put positive in, we got 11.5 volts battery volts. So we'll test on this wire right here. So basically I kind of move things around here, the wire underneath, kind of move things around, make sure that it's all contacts with the connector. So let's do a test on this 5 volt connector. So you can tell it's 11 volts and that's a battery volt. So the relay and the wire from the ACC relay going to here, it's good. From here over there, it's not that good. So I took the fuse off. I got continuity. This is not blowing. I don't know if you can hear, but you can hear it beep. It beep. So I tried to probe those pins inside here. Well, with the engine off, a vehicle on, I got no power or ground coming out of here. So I'm gonna do a continuity test on the power side. So power here, power here. I got beep. I got beep right there. So what's next will be we'll go back inside and test that connector going to the rain sensor again. Alright, I hope you can see the multimeter here. Black leads to ground again, red leads to the connector. Let's find out what we can get. So I'm probing the I'm probing the yellow wire on that diagram I showed you that I highlighted. That's the power going into the sensor. I'm gonna probe that and see what voltage we can get. So let's do it now. Watch the multimeter. Should have 11 volts. There you go. 11.5. So we got power now. So what I did up front on the fuse block was just a loose connector. I wiggled the connector underneath and we got 12 volts. So the connector down here, way down here, I kind of wiggle all this wire in there. This fuse block, the wiring is underneath. I kind of wiggle those wires, and then now we got 12 volts all the way around. So that's kind of, you know, kind of fix that sensor problem. We got power now. So if you wanna do a real fix on that, we need to change the fuse block and put everything back together. So that's it. That is the test on that rain sensor, and that's a schematic. This schematic helped me big time. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna plug that connector back in and put it back together, and we should have no problem. Make sure to check your DTC on the dash. Delete that code and go for a drive for a couple 5-10 minutes. Come back, make sure no code is coming back, and this should be ready to go back on the road. So I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna show that to you guys. That's all the boring stuff, but this is a fix. And again, thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. See ya.